what do you think recruiters look for in all these big companies when they hire new designers? Like, how can new designers increase their chances of getting a job in a well-established company?
So recruiters really like the first thing that you have to remember about a recruiter versus a designer or a hiring manager is that recruiters are not designers themselves. So what they're really looking for more often than not are signals of overlap for what role they're hiring for and whether you're a good fit. So you have to make it obvious to the recruiter that you're a good fit. I think that's what's worked for me, at least in the past. Yeah, like you find that very commonly recruiters are hiring for either a specific team or a specific role that they have in mind. Say, for example, they're hiring for their company's safety team, right? So when they're speaking to you, they're looking for those signals of overlap. They're looking for things that in their head would go ding, like, oh, okay, she mentioned this, and it seems to match what we're trying to, like hire for. So even if you don't have workforce safety, do you have work that perhaps alludes to those values of safety or is probably indirectly like related to it? I think capturing that, like capturing what they want to hear, will just work in your favor and help you stand out. And obviously, like once you're past the recruiter stage, a designer will obviously, like, it's great if you have domain knowledge. Like if you're hiring for safety, if you have safety projects or safety experience, that's great. But a designer is not going to judge you that harshly for not having experience in a specific team. But yeah, for recruiters, I think those signals really matter. And something like other than that, what's really worked in my favor is definitely having a portfolio that does that first impression really well. Even if your portfolio is not super, like it need not have like 1,000 case studies, but it needs to have just enough information, evidence of your work, like the fact that you've done projects, you have experience and stuff like that. So that first impression, I think once you're past that, like with the recruiter, the hard work is actually in the interview. So getting noticed is basically like creating your surface in a really good way. Yeah, I think I would still say that from my interviewing experience, I've had the most fun. And definitely it was the more harder part was after the recruiter stage, the actual interviews. Like one of my favorite rounds is the portfolio review. It's because I really like presenting things in a narrative. So I'm able to, and because this is not office or my job anymore, this is where I can really be myself and express my work in a way I see fit. So I think the hard work is there. Like you really have to bring your best self to the interviews. You might have to collaborate with designers. You might have to do a few tasks with other designers. There's a lot that you have to do in that stage. And like that's where you really need to like focus and direct your energies to. But yeah, for getting noticed by recruiters, I think that first hook, the signals, the portfolio, that's just having enough to capture that you're a good fit is a good thing. Yeah.
You just saw a snippet from whiteboard.fm. You can watch the entire episode by clicking on the link in description. We have hundreds of clips on design case studies, hiring processes, and much more. This podcast is a part of the 10K Designers Network. Check out our website whiteboard.fm to learn more.